The Amazon rainforest, a cathedral of secrets, alive and beating. We came looking for ruins, lost cities whispered in hushed tones. What we found was much older, much stranger. A wooden monolith swallowed by vines, untouched by time. Noah's Ark, the stuff of legends, a myth made real. Our guide, a weathered man named Matteo, claimed his ancestors spoke of it, a place of power, avoided by all. We scoffed, blinded by ambition. Now, standing in the shadow of that colossal hull, we understood. Fear, primal and sharp, cut through our excitement. We were not meant to find this place. We had cut our way through weeks of unforgiving jungle. The air, thick and heavy, pressed down like a shroud. Each swing of the machete felt like a losing battle against the relentless green. Matteo, his eyes filled with a strange mix of fear and reverence, led us deeper into the emerald labyrinth. We were searching for an ancient temple, said to be lost somewhere in this untamed wilderness. Instead, we found something far beyond our wildest imaginations. It began with a whisper, a pause in the cacophony of the jungle, a heavy silence that seemed to emanate from the very air itself. Then, through the dense foliage, we saw it. A wall of wood, impossibly tall and impossibly long, swallowed by the tenacious grip of ancient vines. The wood, darkened by time, was weathered but strangely pristine, the artistry beyond anything we had ever witnessed. This was no temple. This was something else entirely. The scale of the structure was awe-inspiring. Towering above us, its timber bones creaked and groaned under the weight of centuries. Creepers, thick as a man's torso, hung like macabre curtains, obscuring the true form of this leviathan. Matteo fell to his knees, muttering prayers under his breath. We, however, were consumed by a different kind of awe. A sense of dread mingled with our exhilaration. This was no ordinary discovery. The age of the wood, the impossible size of the vessel, defied all known history. This was the stuff of legends, a myth given life. As we documented the exterior, taking measurements and samples, a single question echoed in the jungle silence. What lay inside? The interior of the Ark was a tomb of silence. The air, still and heavy with the smell of decay, hung thick and oppressive. Dust, undisturbed for millennia, coated every surface. We moved like ghosts, our voices hushed in the face of such ancient quietude. The massive wooden beams, some still bearing the faintest traces of ochre paint, spoke of an artistry we could not fathom. This was no mere ship. It was a testament to a forgotten time. The silence, however, was not complete. As we ventured deeper into the bowels of the vessel, we began to hear it. A low resonant hum, almost inaudible, yet undeniably present. It seemed to emanate from the very heart of the Ark, growing stronger with every step we took. The hum vibrated through the wooden frame, up through our boots and into our very bones. Carbon dating confirmed our suspicions. The wood was over 5,000 years old, far predating any known human civilization in the Amazon. The implications were staggering. Had Noah's Ark truly come to rest in this remote corner of the world? The audacity of the idea was enough to make us question our own sanity. Yet the evidence was undeniable. Deep within the Ark, we discovered a chamber unlike any other. It was devoid of the dust and decay that permeated the rest of the vessel. In the center of the room, resting on a raised platform of polished obsidian, lay a sarcophagus. Not of wood, but of a strange black metal that seemed to absorb the light. Intricate carvings, depicting creatures both familiar and terrifying, adorned its surface. This was no ordinary tomb. This was a warning. The inscriptions on the sarcophagus were a chilling testament to a forgotten tongue. Matteo, his eyes wide with terror, refused to translate them. He begged us to leave, warning of a power beyond our comprehension. We should have listened. Driven by a potent mix of curiosity and arrogance, we pressed on. We managed to locate a scholar, Dr. Elena Ramirez, a specialist in ancient languages. The moment she laid eyes on the inscriptions, her face paled. Her translation sent a chill down our spines. The sarcophagus, she explained, contained the slumbering essence of a being of immense power, a being that predated humanity itself. The carvings were a warning. What is sealed, let it remain sealed, lest darkness consume all. Fear warred with fascination. We stood on the precipice of a discovery that could rewrite history, but the price might be too steep. The air in the chamber grew thick, heavy with a palpable tension. Then disaster struck. A careless misstep, a shift in the ancient timbers, and a support beam gave way. It crashed down upon the sarcophagus with a sickening crack. The silence that followed was deafening. Then a low groan echoed from the sarcophagus, like the earth stirring from an age-old slumber. The black metal around the fissure began to glow with a strange internal light, and the temperature in the chamber plummeted. We had unleashed something ancient and terrible. Panic seized us. We ran back, desperate to escape the confines of the cursed chamber. But the Ark, it seemed, had other plans. The passage that had led us in slammed shut, the timbers groaning with an air of finality. The air turned frigid, the atmosphere thick with the suffocating dread. Then, from the depths of the sarcophagus, a light erupted, blinding and cold. The last image captured by our helmet cameras was that of a swirling vortex of white energy, consuming everything in its path. Then, silence. When the rescue team finally reached our location, guided by our emergency beacon, they found nothing. The Ark, the sarcophagus, our entire team, all of it was gone, vanished without a trace. The only evidence of our presence was the faint, persistent hum emanating from the heart of the jungle. The world was captivated by our story. The footage from our helmet cameras, broadcast across the globe, sparked a firestorm of debate and speculation. Some called it a hoax, others a sign of the apocalypse. But those of us who were there, we know the truth. We had stumbled upon a secret that was best left buried, a power that had slumbered for millennia, and in our arrogance, we woke it. Now, the jungle whispers with secrets. The hum remains, a constant reminder of the power that lies dormant in the heart of the Amazon. The Ark may be gone, but the entity it contained is free, and somewhere, out there in the shadows, it watches, waiting. The question is not if it will return, but when. And when it does, will we be ready?